Hi guys, so today, just moving along, I wanted to review this set that I recently picked up from HSN. And it's basically a We Are Memory Keepers like tool set for embellishments or something. Things like that. So it basically came with a little pair of snips, which I've already opened up because I started using. But of course you can use these with all these items. We have your pom-pom maker, and just like any other pom-pom maker, they're very easy to use. There's 3 different sizes here. And of course it has some instructions in there, but basically when you make your pom-poms, you are going to, let me look at this real quick. I wasn't going to do this review because it's the same as any pom-pom maker. They all work basically the same. And I have clover ones, which is what I normally use, but I haven't made a pom-pom in forever. But yeah, that's what I thought. You just open it up. So, I don't know if you saw it. You pull it open. You're going to hold these 2 together. And just bring your yarn in, and you're going to have to hold it at the beginning because obviously there's a loose end of your yarn. And keep wrapping. If you want to count how many wraps you do, like let's say you do 200 wraps, so at the other side you do 200, that's up to you. You're basically just trying to cover this whole area. So wrap, and when you're done wrapping, close it like this and cut off, the end of your yarn. Then go to the other side, same thing. Wrap, keep wrapping until it's all full. And then close it up, snip off that little end of that yarn. And what you're going to do then is just get some yarn, the same yarn or opposite color. This is going to be all full of yarn at that point. What you're going to do is bring your scissors in and just pick an end. You're going to pick this end or the other end, doesn't matter. You're going to cut into your yarn until it becomes 2 sides, right? So it's all cleared out here. You just cut the whole little wrap yarn that was there. Do not open this thing because you're gonna have a big problem. Turn it over. Cut also into this end. Your yarn is still there, guys. So cut. And then you're gonna put it down. It should stay closed because by that time it's gonna be so tight with yarn, you'll be fine. Get an extra piece of yarn and just bring it in here. Tie a knot on the other end. Pull it super tight so that it just goes in, digs in here. And then all you're gonna do is take it apart. And all that means is you're gonna pop one side out and the other side. These should do it right now. I don't know why it's not. There you go. And once you take it apart, now it loosens up. Your little yarn puff is there, and you just kind of shake it and shape it. If it's kind of wonky, you can just take your scissors and cut whatever you need from your little yarn ball, okay? And like I said, I wasn't gonna do a whole review of just that because I've seen it. I mean, we've seen them. They're the same as any other. Okay. Oh, I have a cup of coffee on my stool. I didn't notice. That's not good. Tassel loom is a little bit different, but if you've made tassels before, you can do it on your hand. Just wrap your tassel, keep wrapping yarn, and then when you're done, take it off your hand. You can cut one side, and then just wrap yarn around the top. What I would do is I would keep it in my hand and put the yarn in here. Just put just a strand of yarn and pull it through so it's nice and tight. Again, take it off your hand and then tie it up, because that way that little head of the yarn of your tassel is going to be like the thickness of your finger. So they're all the same. So this is kind of the same thing. You can do it on paper, your own, just a piece of cardboard, just wrap around. You don't need a thing like this. But if you have it, since this was a good price, I just picked it up. You're gonna open this guy up, and it kind of clicks in place. I don't know if you heard it. Super cute. What size do you want? You want 2-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch is what it looks like. Tassels. So again, with this one, it's all repetitive, just going around and around. It just says select your desired size, start loops through the left notch, and loop until desired fullness is achieved, right? So, get your yarn end, notch it into here, and go around until you're done. And then there's another notch end, you can put it in there, I guess, if you want. I don't know if that's super necessary, but you can put the other in there, then cut your yarn. Then take that same length of yarn and you're gonna bring it in here. And I'll just show you real quick because you're just gonna put it in there, right? And pull it tight. If you guys want more, basic instructions or something, I will do that. But that's just to hold that top part. And then you're gonna put it in there and then you're gonna bend this in half. I guess it goes backwards. So you can remove your yarn, right? You're gonna remove it, and then you're gonna take another, before you take it off of there, you're just gonna take another piece of yarn, go around and around to make the little head part of that, and then pull it off, right? You're gonna slide it off. And the reason, actually, you're gonna take the whole you have to cut it. This one's a little more persnickety, guys. It has a little more detail. And that's why it's a 2-inch pom-pom, because I was like, 2 inches? That's really big. It's because you have to fold it in half. Add the other piece, cut the thing, and then you're going to basically pop this out and then take it off of your piece of metal. It's kind of interesting because it doesn't look like you can pop it out, but you have to do a little bit of force, pop that out, and now you can take your pom-pom off of there, or your tassel off of there. The one thing I was going to review today is the bow loom, which is probably more basic than what I just went through with that other one. It's just that I'm familiar with making tassels, so that's why to me it's not like the biggest deal, but easily create bows in multiple styles and sizes. So let's open this guy up. It looks like a big hair comb. What just popped off? Something flew out of here and went that way, and I was like, what is that? It does not have too many instructions. Does it have any instructions? Oh, the instructions are on the packaging that you're going to throw away. I mean, this is not packaging to keep, so... Let me go grab some ribbon so I can try this out for you guys. But it says, choose bow size, slide ribbon into slot and secure in place with thumb. Wrap ribbon around 2 corresponding size rods at least once. After, tuck the ribbon into opposite slot at the bottom here. Thread string through triangle slot. And then wrap string around ribbon layers and tie a knot. And then finish bow by wrapping or gluing extra ribbon around bow center. This is the least exciting thing that's in here, and this is the one I was excited to get. I was like, oh yeah, this will be cool. But now that I look at it, it's like, you have to use... Okay, let me go get some ribbon, and we will test it. I have some ribbon here. It's just 3/8 inch off-ray ribbon. So it says to start it here, or you know, if you're gonna make a larger bow, I guess you can go out here, but I'm gonna put it right here in this middle part. Supposedly it'll help you with your ends so they don't pop out, but it is popping out already. And then you're gonna make the ribbon as big as you want. And right here it says 5 inch, 4 inch. So it starts at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, all the way out to 10 inches. Okay. So it's on one side, but it's written on both sides because obviously 5 and 5 is the 10-inch bow, right? So let's make this one kind of like a 2 inch. So I'm gonna go around, put it in this area with the 2 inch. And then I'm supposed to bring it around the back and bring it out of the 2 inch area over here. And wrap it at least once. I'm gonna do it twice. So I'm gonna go back to the 2 inch. This is, ew. And back over here, back into 2 inch. I'm gonna do it one more time. And I'm keeping it flat, okay? So I'm not twisting it or anything. The only twisty time is this part here, but we'll deal with that later. It's not really holding. There we go. All right, now it's getting held. I guess you have to do a couple of things and then push it in there. And then again, this is to push it into here. I'm gonna leave it on the spool because I don't have to cut it off right now, but if you want to cut it off, go ahead. It's just, you might have a chance of slipping out and it's gonna be a pain, right? So I would leave it. And then it says take some string, and I guess you can use like a little yarn or anything. I have this thread pack, little cheap thread. And I don't know why I didn't grab the one that has a white color, but I'll use this yellow. If I can find the end of it. Oh, come on. There it is. That's funny. I just picked that in and it popped up. I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to cut that. And I have a pack of needles here that I think is going to be... Well, actually, you don't have to use the needles. I would use a little bit thicker than thread. I would probably use like a very thin yarn. But what it says is to put it into this opening. You see this opening here? Right? And I might be doing this part backwards, but let's see. Thread string through triangle slot. No, I just did that. And then wrap string around ribbon layers and tie knot. So I put the little string in here. I'm going to bring it up around this middle slot, right where that triangle is. And I guess I'm going to bring it up again through the back of the triangle. It says to wrap around. Didn't say how many times, but I will try to get this through here. I'm gonna do it a couple times because I've used string like this even when I make my bows, like the old bow videos I have. And again, that's just twice, but you know, I would go for it maybe a little bit more than that. And I'm gonna try to turn it over because this thread end is over here. And you can pull it tight. I'm kind of pulling both ends of the thread. I know it's hard to see, sorry. And then I'm going to make a knot a few times. One knot, another knot, And let me get my hot glue gun ready because whenever I work with bows, I always use hot glue because otherwise you're going to be sitting here forever. But let's go ahead and cut this off because that's basically securing it. And then it's just to slide it off. I don't want to waste too much of this, but let's just say there. And we got this one, and it's just to slide it off. And I probably should have pinched it a little bit tighter because I don't really care for the way this looks right now, but that's okay. We're gonna fan this out. So now we have two little loops. And let me go get another piece, well, the hot glue gun ready, and we will finish this off. Let me get a little bit closer. So we have our little bow here. I'm just gonna use the end, this other end piece, to wrap it around here like they say. So I don't wanna waste it. And, well, how did I chop this? This way? I don't know why it's so hard for me to tell. I'm like, was this cut this way? Yes. So this is gonna be plenty to wrap around. And actually we'll probably end up having to cut some of it off. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit to begin with, because that end was frayed. You can cut off your little ends of your thread. It's cute. It's a cute little bow. If there's other tips and tricks that we can do with this, I will come back at you with that, because this is a very basic bow for now, but like a boutique bow, things like that, you might be able to do it on here if you might be. I'll have to think about that one, okay? But what I'm gonna do is put some glue on the back, what I think is the back. I'm just gonna put a little hot glue to hold this down. And I'm gonna hold that there until it's ready. I did want this to be a little more scrunched. Kind of bums me out that I didn't scrunch it, but really pull your thread tight if you want that more scrunched. And then we're gonna bring this around the front. That's what they said to do. And then just glue it back in the back. So again, I'm gonna try to scrunch it artificially with this. Kind of give it a little bit of a squeeze. I don't know if it's gonna work, because I went a little bit more scrunched. I'm gonna kind of hold it here like this. Oops, sorry. And then more hot glue, plenty of hot glue to hold that down. And you have like 2 seconds to work with it if it is that you need to rearrange it at all, or if that didn't work for you. And again, with hot glue, if you don't like it, you can just kind of pull it apart and do it again, but it's pretty much what it is. Okay, and like I said, this extra piece we'll just cut off in the back. These snips are really nice. A little bit more to snip off right there. And the very ends, which I always do with my ribbons, especially if you're gonna put it like on a bow or something where it's gonna get a lot of use or just get messed up, is I'm gonna use this lighter, but obviously any kind of, run it over a candle flame, whatever, just seal the end so that it doesn't come apart. And there's your little bow. It's cute. It's a perfect bow. I mean, it's perfect, yes. But I kind of like my Bow Dabra better. Or the mini Bow Dabra, either one. But thanks for watching, guys. If you have questions, if you have the other items and you really want me to make a video just on the other items, let me know, because otherwise they take some time. They take some, you know, obviously yarn, and I don't have a use for it right now. When I make my mochilas YU, those kind of Colombian purses, they do take little, you know, your little puffs or whatever you want to call these. What do they call them? Pom-poms. And they do take tassels, so that's kind of why I bought this kit, because I thought, oh, that'll be easy, because I've been using my hand to do the tassels, and they're going to be kind of the same, a little bit different though, because I'm using my hand, right? But again, you don't need any tools. Well, you don't need any special tools to do those things. You can do those things with cardboard, like I said, all of them, even the pom-poms. But you just have to roll around, around. It's kind of a pain, and obviously they're shaped much cuter if you have a pom-pom maker. But tassels, bows are a whole different story. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.